Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? So I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to make a off-road t-shirt design, and for this one I'm going to use this vector. This is from Freepik, and then I'm going to use some custom brushes. So in this video you are going to learn about making some custom brushes. So let's begin. Now this is a premium vector, as you can see, so I don't want to use it as it is, as that can be copyrighted, or peoples out there they also can download the same graphic and use in their design. So I want to make some modifications here, like if I select the vector, then click on this trim option of my pathfinder tool, it is going to trim out. Then I'm going to use my magic wand tool to select this black and then press Ctrl X, so that will cut everything that is in black in this design, and the rest is remaining here. So I'm going to delete that, then press Ctrl F. So now I have only the blacks of the design. Now as you can see, here is some more colors, like these are the closest to the black, this is the gray, so that's why it is also selecting. So if I select on of this, then go to select, then same, and then fill color, so it is going to select everything that is in this same fill color, and then I can press delete, so that will delete that details of my design. I can simply select this one, then go to select same, and then fill color, it is going to select everything that is in that color. Let's delete this one too. So this is the black outline of my design. As you can see, here are some area that is missing maybe. So okay, this can, we can fix that, or we can just keep it as it is right now. We will do that later, so that is fine. Now this is my only black graphics. I'm going to make it a group, then Ctrl C to copy, and then bring in my this artboard. So I'm going to keep it as it is for now. And for start, let's start the brush making process. I'm going to first of all take a ellipse here. So this ellipse is going to be like in a stroke mode, of course, and then it is going to be like same size bigger as my this graphic here. And then also I want to place my graphics in a bit bigger in size, and then center position maybe. So that's why I will need to make a little adjustment here, just like this. As you can see, maybe this is the center position, kind of this. So this is fine for me. Now I want to make a clipping mask here, because I don't want to show these areas. Or I can simply select my this graphics, and then if I open the transparency for it, I can go to, I can take my pen tool here with black fill, and then if I draw some areas like this, it is going to hide my those parts. I can simply do it with my clipping mask option, but I don't want to use that. Let's do it in this way, something like this. And then for this area I want to hide this ellipse, so let's draw a shape like this, kind of. Okay guys, so as you can see, we are inside the transparency of the vehicle. So this is looking like this is basically hiding our this off-road track vector, but I want to cut this part. Then if I come out of the transparency, then if I select my this ellipse option, then if I open transparency for that, then I can press Ctrl F. So that small part is going to be placed here, and that is now hiding my ellipse, not my track, like this. So that is fine. Or I can simply go here, like if I select my track, if I make offset path for it. Okay guys, sorry for that, I was working on a project, and this was the select setting for that, like the on 90 pixel offset path I was creating. I am going to make it kind of 10 pixel, so this is going to look like this. Now let's cut it, and then if I select my this ellipse, let's press Ctrl F here. So this is going to look like this, and this is not complete black, so I need to make sure that it is complete black. Let's keep it as it is for now, but I want to hide only this part, not this part. So that's why I need to select my this graphics, I can make it merge unite to make it a one single shape. You can see here this is the shape is making, and then I'm pressing shift X, so shift E for, sorry, I'm pressing shift E for eraser tool. Now I'm going to erase this part, the bottom part of the track, and this is how I am just keeping the part that I want, like this small part only. You can see this one. So this is the area I want to keep here. Let's move out. So this is now my graphic is looking. Let's make them a group. That is fine. Now the brush making process will start. I am going to select my this ellipse here like this, and then I am going to press Ctrl Shift F, that means offset path, or you can go here object path, offset path. If I turn on the preview, let's see how it is looking. So maybe I want a ellipse bigger like this position is good for me. Let's click OK. So this is going to just make a copy of my ellipse like that. That is fine for me. Now I am keeping it as it is for now. Let's select this one and Ctrl X to cut. I am inside the group. You can see here, if I right click and exit isolation mode, I am out of the group. Let's press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will paste my this ellipse here outside of the group. So that is fine. Now I am going to place my all the like brushes on this ellipse, and for that I need to make my brushes first. So let's, I'm going to take this same size wide of my this ellipse here. You can see with my this smart guides, that is fine. Let's take my pen tool here. I'm going to do something like this, kind of this. That is fine. Now if I select this one, I can bring this a copy here and then press Ctrl R to reflect. That is fine for me, I think. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is my on brush. I am going to, this is the stroke right now. I don't want it to be a stroke, so let's expand it. Now it becomes a fill, so let's make it a group here. Okay, maybe before expanding that I want to make it a bit wider like this, so that I can place my text inside the area. I think that is fine. So now let's expand it. That is fine, and this becomes fill. Now let's group them, and now I am going to create a same size rectangle here, same wide, and I want to keep it like the same long as my this graphics right now. So let's create something like this. They both are same size wide, and this one I want to make it round like this. I think that is fine, or simply I can make it a bit smaller. That will look good, maybe like this. Yeah, that is fine. So let's select this one first, then I'm going to my brush panel, and here I'm going to make a art brush. This one, click OK. OK again. I have an art brush. If I select this one, same process, art brush, OK, click OK. So this two is now my default brush, or my brush for this project here. Now I want to use this ellipse, so let's Ctrl C to copy, then Ctrl F to paste in front. Now I have two ellipses in the same position. You can see this is my that one, this is the below one. So let's keep on locked here, or maybe turn off. I will use that later. And for this one, let's again press Ctrl C to copy. I have a copy of it right now. Let's take my direct selection tool, so that I can select this part and then delete. So it is going to delete from here. So it is offset path, it is looking like this. I need to select it, or maybe I can double click to isolate the group. If I select it, I am taking my eraser tool to erase like this. You can see it is now erased like this. Or if you want to do it in a simple way, you can just simply go to ellipse and then take a ellipse, just like this. Now this is a group. I can select them both, and then I can align their position to be in the center. That is fine. Let's select out this ellipse, make a group, Ctrl C. Now take your direct selection tool to delete this part, and this is going to delete easier, so that is fine. Let's again press Ctrl F, because I have a copy of the ellipse. Let's press A for the direct selection, and now this time erase from here. So as you can see, I have two ellipse. One part is here. Let's change the color so that you can see. So this is my second ellipse, this is my first ellipse. So I'm going to select my this first ellipse here, and then if I click on this brush, it is going to look like this. We can of course make it a bit smaller, maybe kind of that. That is fine. Now let's select this part and then click on here. It is going to apply that those brushes. Let's make it smaller, kind of this. So that part is done, I think. Now let's do it again. So now I want to place my text, so I'm pressing Ctrl F again. So Ctrl F will place my that copied ellipse here again. Let's change the color. So this is my ellipse for the text. Same ellipse, we just remove this part for the ribbon one and this part for this one, and then again same ellipse I'm pasting here for the text. Let's go to type on path tool, then I'm clicking here to make it the text here. Let's take our text. Off-road adventure is calling. I'm going to press Ctrl V. So Ctrl V is going to paste my text here like this. Now let's change the font. Kind of I'm using a font called Enamela. Now this is the position of my text. I can simply go to type, then type on path, and then type on path options, then turn on the preview, change the baseline to center. It is going to place my text baseline in the center, and that is easier for placing the text. Now I have to simply select one of this part and then move it here, kind of this, then click on the center. It is going to now place my text in the center. So this much, or that is too much bigger, I think. So this is fine for my text size. I can increase the spacing between my text because there is extra area in my ribbon, kind of this. So this is going to perfectly fit here, as you can see. Now I want to place that same text in this side but in opposite direction. So for that I am going to make it a copy. Ctrl C, then press Ctrl F. That will make a copy of my that text, and if I select this middle anchor point, I can move it like this, and let's align it with the center position like the center of the ellipse here. Okay guys, sorry for that. So let's change the color. So as you can see, this is my text here. The copy of my this text is in this area, and I am going to replace that with this text. It's slip upload repeat, and then if I select it, I am pressing Ctrl V. So Ctrl V will paste it here. So as you can see, this is how it is looking right now, and I think that is fine for my text area, but this part is a bit smaller in size, so that is fine. I can select my this shape here. This is the custom brush that we made, and now this is not filling the text. Like I need a bigger text, but I don't want to use a bigger text here. So what can I do? Now I can simply add another text line here, this area. So let's do that. I'm going to take a stroke like this in this size and maybe a bit bigger, kind of this 20 point bigger. Then I'm going to change the text to the stroke to this option. I'm going to change it. Now I'm going to bring a copy of my that text, sorry, that stroke. I can align them center wise, that is fine. I just want to move it up like this because I don't want it to overlap with my this text. So I'm going to keep it here. Ctrl G, group. Now everything here is done. I want to make them a group except this strokes group. So I'm deselecting that by pressing shift and clicking on that. Now everything here is selected without this to a stroke. I'm going to make it a group, something like this. That is fine. Now if I open the transparency for my this group, I can do that. Now I am going to take a rectangle here with black fill, and now I am going to draw a rectangle from this area. Make sure that you are inside this strokes area, so that will look kind of this. I think that is fine. and here is a text, off-road adventure is calling and I must go. I want to put that. I want to use this text and I must go. I want to use it here. That's why I make that area just like this, and then I'm going to again maybe just a bit, just a stroke like this. That is fine. Let's make it bigger. Then I'm going to apply this option on the stroke, and then I'm going to bring a copy of that stroke here, then pressing Ctrl R to reflect. Now Ctrl R is reflect for me. Maybe it will not work for you because that is the shortcut I set for my reflect tool, so that is why it is Ctrl R for reflect here. If you want to work like that, you have to set your own strokes. Now that is fine. I think this area is done, and for this stroke option, if I double click to come inside the group on this stroke, I want to kind of, let's open the transparency for it. This area is looking empty, so let's take a ellipse here. I'm going to make a simple ellipse here, but it should be in black because we are inside the transparency. So kind of that, and then another copy here. In this direction I am selecting these two, then aligning them center wise so that it's in the center position of both, in both sides. That is fine. Now this area I don't, okay, let's just keep it as it is for now. So this is the final position of my design here. This is just a base kind of looking design, and I want to select my this ellipse now because I want to make another outer ellipse of my this total design. So I'm selecting this ellipse here. You can see only selecting this ellipse, it is showing up here. If I press Ctrl Shift F, that means Ctrl Shift F is for my offset path. I can make a bigger size offset path like this. Maybe this size is good, or maybe a bit bigger in size. I want to make this gap between the text and this gap similar, so this size is good for me. That is fine. Let's leave it for now. And as you can see, this is already applying to my transparency here because that area we made, I want to select my that strokes, and I want to make it bigger so that it is filling the area and nothing is visible from there. That is fine. And maybe I will just make this one a bit down. So I'm making it 3 times down. That means I will need to change that with everything that I am doing here. Like if I select this group inside the transparency, I am going to bring this rectangle down, so that will hide those part. I think that is fine for me here. Let's zoom in so that I can see. Yeah, that is fine. Okay, so as you can see, it is looking like this. My design is this design is done. If I select my this two stroke, I can make it black. So this is going to be the one single color design for everything. And this is a very cool looking badge style. You can try for making some logos or logo style t-shirt designs. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you learn the custom brushes little more by practicing this one. So that's all for today's video, guys. See you in the next video. Have a great time. Thank you, everyone.